Hello and welcome to Tower City, North Dakota, where we have a Class B Region 1 high school volleyball game between the visiting Lisbon Broncos and the home Maple River Raiders. My name is Will Thompson, alongside Joel Morgan. We will be starting here very briefly, and it'll be a best-of-5 match, as all volleyball games do. Both teams are 1-0 on this short season. Maple River, comes in off of a 3-game sweep in their first game, where Lisbon won in 4. We'll see what's happening here. We'll take a break quick right here and get right to the start of this volleyball game in Tower City, North Dakota. We'll be right back.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow. We now have 9 locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, and Harvey. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back. We are just moments away from the opening serve here in Tower City. And one correction from that first spot, Lisbon is actually 0-1. They started the season with a loss. They lost in 4 sets. They did not win in 4 sets. The Raiders did, in fact, sweep in 3, though. So Lisbon looking to change momentum, whereas Maple River is looking to build on an extremely well first match.
Yeah, and for Lisbon, a loss against your rival like Oaks is something that not how you want to start the year, but I think something maybe, Will, that might motivate this team just a little bit more.
Definitely a loss to the rival will make you take account of what went wrong and seeing if they can turn it around here. They don't want back-to-back losses to start the season. That's never great for building momentum.
Absolutely not, especially now that you're looking that you're playing in your region schedule right now. You're playing against a Region 1 opponent, and you really want to get off on the right foot.
So Chloe Wetch is back, number 2 for the Raiders with the serve. Serves it into a heavy traffic area. Handled nicely, but blocked by the front court. Kylie Phelps getting a hand on it. And that will be the first point for Maple River for the Raiders.
Yeah, they had a good read on Heckroll there as she tried to set up and split those defenders. They stuck with it well.
Defensive wall can't get any of it as they send it back to the middle and the other side. And the defensive wall pulls up again. This time it was Michelle Brodwizecki. That front defensive line is causing problems early here.
Yeah, Bodahowski just got in front of that one. They've really been able to put up a big wall of defense and capitalize early here against the Broncos.
Wetch continuing to serve. This one a good one, not able to get anything together, and that will be too many touches on the side of Lisbon.
Yeah, it just came out of bounds, and they need to reel it back in, and unfortunately when you're trying to cover that much ground, it's really hard to get that on a clean 4 hits.
Yeah, sometimes an ace doesn't mean it misses everything. It just means it can't be handled, as this will continue the run for the Raiders. Now 4-0, excuse me.
And this is really how they looked against Barnes County North the other night, as they jumped out to early leads and they held on strong.
And of course they did that in all 3 sets, winning in a flush. Trouble, and they're not able to handle it. So Lisbon will get on the board here, and they will get the serve themselves. It'll be number 2, Kaya Sweet. First serve for Lisbon. And that's handled a little too hard on the initial dig. Can't corral it, and that'll be a point for Lisbon.
Yeah, that one, a low pass that came up to the front row, and then they couldn't really do a whole lot to get under that one and extend the rally.
This one going not straight away, but more to the left. And that goes off the ceiling, but that's okay. And they'll give that point to the Raiders. Back to serve now, Katie Zahn. Senior. Normally an outside hitter, back to serve. A little bit of a setup. Zahn in the back there, able to handle it. And they set up for the spike, but they can't even get the spike delivered. And that will be a point again for the Raiders.
Yeah, 6-2 Raiders here in the first set. Lowetzko just got under that set and couldn't clear the ribbon.
On her knees to dig it. And that'll be too much to handle. Put in the perfect place by number 4, Ariel Lyons. And it can't be handled by the Raiders. The Broncos will get the serve back.
Yeah, Zahn got a hand on that one, but just not a lot of hang time.
Kyra Heischel, the sophomore, serves it into the middle. And they will give that point to Lisbon. Looked like maybe she touched the net there. I'm unsure what that call was.
Yeah, violation at the line, and Heckrell was probably playing a few steps probably in. She may have gotten burned on that, so Lisbon catches a break here as they're trying to come back.
Good setup as that's over. Handled well by Lisbon. Excellent volley. We're seeing control here so far in this volley. Little miscommunication, but it's handled well. And in the end, it'll be the Raiders that take it. Number 13, Kylie Phelps. Too much to handle in the center there.
Yeah, there's some height up front for this Maple River team, and they've really capitalized that. We saw when they jumped out to that early 5-0 lead, it was the blocking up front that led them there.
That's been the difference in the game so far. Lisbon unable to put together a fortified defense as they receive here. And that gets through that defense. So just like we were saying, Lisbon not able to fortify a defense, and they give up a point here.
Yeah, Addison Hannick just really was able to hammer it through that double block right now as we have a timeout called.
So we'll take a break here, and we'll be right back with high school volleyball.
Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
Welcome back. It is 8-4 as the Raiders lead the Broncos. Broncos taking a timeout, trying to get things together. Kiana Lerude, sophomore out of Maple River, back to serve. Right into the heart, but they can't handle it. That was hit right into the heart of the Lisbon defense, but they couldn't handle it off the dig.
Yeah, and that was an overpass that came right up to the net. It started in the back row, and just Broncos just unable to swarm that ball.
And that'll go too far. And out of bounds, Lisbon's serve.
Yeah, and those are the kind of things that could help your team rally as unforced errors. Gets the ball back to Lisbon with the Lions serving.
Another unforced error, just unable to handle the ball. Gabby Ketterer for Maple River. Now 9-6. Front line able to handle it for Lisbon, and they can't keep it on. And that'll be Lisbon's point. They can't get it back over the Raiders. And just like that, it's only a 2-point game. On the Irie scoreboard, we see a 9-7 lead for Maple River.
Yeah, the Maple River was all over that ball. It just came on a little too strong off the hands of their front line.
Very nicely hit over there. Ooh, and that's dug out by Laurent, but nobody else on the Maple River side could get that second hit.
Yeah, the libero Leroux got herself there and made the play, but again, when you can't get a lot of hang time, it's really hard to extend any sort of rally.
A little confusion there in the front. Ball hit a little too hard. They'll bring in Molly Bosch. The senior back to set and serve. And she'll serve that one right into the net. So coming off the bench, she serves it right into the net. Not the way you want to start.
Especially you're Maple River, you had a 5-point lead in this first set. It's now trimmed to 1. Momentum right now with Lisbon. You don't want to give them that extra point inside out.
Good setting. And it's over. Good looking rally there. Raiders will take it though, just able to do enough.
Yeah, again, that's that height of Maple River really, really, really coming into play.
Jordan Ewine, the senior, back to serve. Will just have to be sent over there. A little miscommunication as no one gets to it for Maple River.
Yeah, Ewine's set may have just been a little bit high, and she had 2 teammates in the area, just neither one could really get over there. But 11-10, again, this is where Lisbon has gotten towards this hump. They pulled within a point. They have just not been able to tie it and try to put themselves in front.
Yeah, Lisbon with a lot of focus here, looking to tie it up. And that will do it. And we have a tie match here in Tower City. Lisbon fighting back from a 4-point deficit to start the game. Great looking serve is corralled by the ceiling, and they can't quite get it back up over the net. Excellent attempt by Emma Gillespie, the defensive specialist, but she couldn't quite get it over the net.
Yeah, and DePlaza, it was a good serve and a normal or a higher ceiling on this gym, and you might have yourself an ace. Instead, it's playable off the ceiling in that sense, and it extends the rally for Maple River, but they give it right back here with this service error.
Yeah, unforced errors have let Lisbon back into this one. A tight match here through the first set. 12-12 on the IRE scoreboard. And we have back-to-back. Back-to-back out-of-bounds serves.
Yeah, and that one just really coming in too strong.
So Chloe Wetch will be back.
I believe she's the top of the service rotation for Maple River.
Gone through it fully now, including a substitution. Scrambling to get it back together. Lisbon gets it over. The Raiders are set up well, but that'll hit the pole. Trying to get a little fancy there, couldn't quite thread the needle, and that ball hits the pole, and it'll be 13-13 again.
Yeah, and that was potentially a rally that could have ended on the side of Lisbon. Their defense just able to clear the net and keep that going, and I think Maple River may have let off just a little bit thinking that the rally was done.
Good looking spike, but it sails far too far, as that'll be out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Heckrell just saw the opening, her eyes kind of lit up, you saw there from the front of the net, and put a little bit too much on that one. It hits it long.
When you want to take advantage of those opportunities, especially against a front that has been blocking several of your lobs over the net so far, didn't work out that time, but you like where the thought is there. Set and just hit right over the front line, but handled. And they'll say that is out of bounds and untouched by Lisbon, so Lisbon will go ahead and tie it up again. Playing it tight.
That was really a bang-bang play, and those are the ones that if they don't go your way, you feel kind of extra bad about. But now you put Heckrell to the service line and a chance to take your lead for the first time if you're Lisbon.
Heckrell saves it back to her teammate. And not a great setup as the Raiders can't get the ball over the net on the right side.
Yeah, now Lisbon started out down early, 5-0, and now they've come back here, and they've taken their lead for the first time in set one.
Certainly all the momentum in their corner. And that will be out of bounds. It looked like Herschel couldn't quite get to it, but it doesn't matter because it's out of bounds anyway.
Scoreboard saying 15-15, so will it be a point for the Raiders?
Well, initially ruled out of bounds by the line judge. It looks like the head judge changed their mind, and everybody got to cheer on that play.
Yeah, it's kind of that swaying of emotions that can happen in volleyball when you're looking at lines and touches, and that's going to determine how your scoring comes.
Sent over well. As it can't be handled, falls under the net, unable to rally for the Raiders.
Yeah, so now, I mean, we've been tied several times. Lisbon's had the lead, Maple River's had the lead. It's really just a whole new set right now. It's going to be the first to get to 25.
It might end up being even more the way that they've played so closely here through the teens on the scoreboard. And that will get sent far, too far off the back line.
The way this thing started, you didn't think that it would be Maple River, the team that had to come back and try to get some ties, but Lisbon has come back strong. They rebounded. Again, they started their season with a loss against Oaks. They want to get a win here for their first of the year, but also get one here in Region 1 play.
Molly Bosk serves it to Aisha Sweet. Decent-sized rally going here. Unable to set it up perfectly, just pushes it over. And it looked like Larund thought that would maybe be out of bounds. She got out of the way of it, but it wasn't. That was just enough to fall in bounds.
Yeah, and that was Sweet, the senior who put that one down. She had the read, she had the good spot. And again, you get the luck of the defense thinking that one's going to go long, and now Let's Go will be the one back to serve. That's it. And I believe they're going to say this one will be an ace. They do.
Yes, they do. The initial judge, it seemed kind of ambiguous whether or not it was in or not, but that will be an ace for the Broncos as they open up a 2-point lead.
Man, this is the largest lead Lisbon has seen on the night, and they've done a good job, again, falling behind early but coming back here.
And that cuts right through the wall, right past the defender. And now the Raiders will call a timeout. So we'll be right back. Thank you for joining us on your live event. We'll be right back with high school volleyball.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
For over 100 years, Findlay Farmers Grain and Elevator, a full-service cooperative, has been growing and adapting with the ever-changing agriculture industry. These strong roots in eastern North Dakota include a dedicated staff of 42 full-time employees. Findlay Farmers Grain and Elevator offers a variety of services, including agronomy, sales and service, custom application, grain drying and handling, bulk fuel and oil, tire repair, and light mechanic work. Findlay Farmers Grain and Elevator is a buyer of corn, soybeans, wheat, and sunflowers. Learn more by visiting FindlayFarmersElevator.com.
We're back mid-serve here. No points on the board while we were gone. Saved by Watzko. Just able to send it over is Bosk. That will be stopped by Addison Hanning, the freshman, big presence in the center.
Yeah, again, it's Maple River using that height to their advantage. That's what got them started early here with that 5-0 lead, and now down 19-17. We're getting near those closing scores. They're going to have to use their height here to try to close out this first set.
wanting to lean on his strength. That will be too hard. Katie DePlays, the senior middle hitter, sending that one a little too far. Now Jordan Ewan will serve. Strong hammer of a spike is able to be corralled. And now Lisbon can't get it together on their side of the court.
Yeah, that one came hard. Heckrell tried to put her hands out for it, got a hit, but she was kind of stumbling as she tried to get in position. And now no surprise here. Lisbon had a 3-point lead. They lost it. Perfect time for them to use the timeout and try to collect themselves.
So we'll be right back with high school volleyball and your live event right after this.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country, experts in every field.
It's 19-19 in what's been a competitive back and forth set between the Raiders and the Broncos. The Raiders will serve it. Jordan Ewine brought them on a little bit of a run here to bring it tied 19-19. Gonna need a little separation in the closing points of this first set. Sent over by a lot of good receiving and handling errors. That one's just had to be sent over after hitting the ceiling.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be the longest rally we've seen so far in this opening set. And unfortunately, it ends that way for Lisbon. And I think the set that came to Hofer is probably a little bit off the mark. And she tried to center it back up, but she couldn't. But now Maple River, they're going to put Lisbon in that pressure time right now.
Just rolls over the net, but that's okay. Lisbon has to send it over. Well, a free good-looking play for the Raiders, but they can't handle it. And the mistouch by Katie Zahn will bring it back to a 20-20 dead heat.
Now you got the Plazas out there serving. We're going to get a whistle on that serve. I don't know what the officials saw. I think something on the line. Or actually, they're going to call a lift on the serve receive. So now Lisbon back in front.
You see more unforced errors being the difference so far. And that can't quite be handled by Hoffer. Clarissa Hoffer, the sophomore middle hitter, couldn't quite corral it, and that'll go to the Raiders. Allison Hennig serves it. Good looking serve. Sent over, free play for Lisbon. Oh, and the Raiders are able to get hands on it, but not quite enough to send it back over.
Yeah, that's just nice plays all around. You see Ewine laying herself out there to try to get that play, but Lisbon right now in the driver's seat to close out this opening set.
22-21, getting close to the end of the first set, looking to put them away with authority. Raiders able to set it up pretty well there. And it's not quite handled well enough by Ariola Lyons, the outside hitter there. Senior setter, can't get it over the net. And just like that, we've got a tie, set one again. Well, the Raiders are back to the top of their serving list as Chloe Wetch delivers a good one, and they're able to secure the point there. She was the one serving when the Raiders went on their initial big run to start the set. Maybe she can have a good-sized run here to end the set as another point goes to the Raiders.
And that one Again, comes off the backboard, comes off the scoreboard. Not a lot you can do to try to make that play, and now we're serving match point here.
Wetch looking to end it here. Good looking serve. Handled well. And we'll see what they will. They say that that one's going to be in. An excellent spike. That's what she was looking for earlier, was Kyra Herschel. And just like that, Lisbon still has a pulse. Wetch sets it. Good looking push. They'll block it at the net, but it falls out of bounds. And just like that, we've got 24-24. Remember, you got to win by 2 in volleyball.
Yeah, and that was put right into that block that came out of bounds. A good play by Lisbon.
Sent over lazily. Raiders can set it up, and they do. Well, that was an excellent effort to try to get that off of the ceiling for Lions, but she couldn't quite handle it. And now the Raiders will have match point again. Katie Zwan will serve it, and it's mishandled by Aisha Sweet. And the first set will go down for the Raiders, 26-24. Back and forth first set, but the Raiders eventually assert their authority after coming out to a dominant start, Joel.
Yeah, you know, they were up 5-0 early on. They fell behind late in the set, but they were able to come away and get that win and hang on here in front of their home crowd.
Well, we'll take a brief break here and head to commercial. You're watching high school volleyball, brought to you by Your Live Event.
Abuse can affect anyone, and each person's experience is different. Abuse is about power and control, and it is not always black and blue. A loving relationship should not be threatening, accusing, isolating, or include violence of any kind. The Abuse Resource Network provides services to start living the life you deserve. For more information, visit abuseresourcenetwork.org.
Welcome back to Tower City. We're going into the second set, and Irie Insurance brought to you. The scoreboard brought to you by Irie Insurance. You see, Pioneer Seed. See the number down there for contacting them. That first set was a bit of a back and forth roller coaster. So the Raiders opened with a nice little run of 5 before things started to break down.
Yeah, the Raiders get the win, 26-24. They scored 5 quick points, got out to that early lead. And then Lisbon showing a lot of resiliency. They were able to come back. They took a late lead, and then a couple unforced errors kind of really swayed the direction things went. But early on in the season, unforced errors on both sides. But a good start to tonight's matchup to see how things went. 26-24 on the Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. So, yeah, a very good first set and a very good Region 1 opener for these teams.
Well, and obviously you can't count on unforced errors throughout the game, but Lisbon able to deliver some well-placed balls on the back line. Couple of spikes that landed in there. I'm guessing that's more the area of focus they're going to work on going forward, trying to avoid that front line that really dominated them.
Yeah, I mean, the height really played well. The height in the front line really played well for Maple River. And Lisbon does have a little bit of height on their own, but yeah, they're going to have to really clean up a few things on their side of the net right now here going into the second set, down 1-0.
So the teams will have switched sides. We now have Lisbon closest to us and Maple River on the far side. So we get ready for the second set here. So far on this young season, Maple River has not dropped a set, 4-0. We'll see whose turn in the serving rotation it will be.
Yeah, and I think we had a change on the sideline. Jordan Ewine moving from number 10 to number 15, changing her jersey. So I think that's caused a little bit of a delay for Maple River getting ready to come out here with their rotation, but they're going to get their libero out here. Maple River trying to jump out to a 2-0 lead.
There's always a potential for equipment malfunctioning, even in a sport where the only equipment is the clothing and shoes that you wear. It'll be Aisha Sweet, the senior setter, back to serve for Lisbon. And that will be an ace. Excellently placed right in front of that back line.
Yeah, we see how important it is to get out to early leads. Obviously, that first set was a close one, 26-24, and in favor of Maple River, but it's important to get those points early when you can.
Another serve by Sweet, unable to be handled well, as that one will fly under the net. 2-point run here for Lisbon to start it. Looking to add on and do what Maple River did in that first set. That will be just barely out the back line.
Yeah, and that one really was a close one, if you can see right in front of us. It's going to go in favor of Maple River, and it's 2-1 right now. And the way that first set went, I'm kind of expecting that this is how this set is going to go right now, especially after the start that we're off to right now.
Well, if you're Lisbon, you don't feel bad about letting that one go just on that back line. Bit of a break for the Raiders. Sending it over without much authority. And Lisbon's able to set it off on the weak over. Taylor Gilbert on the left side there, able to hammer it home.
Yeah, Gilbert had a good read on the defense. He was able to place that one really well, and that was set up by the play of Kaya Sweet, the libero, who's now back here to serve for Lisbon.
That'll get knocked right into that front line immediately. And they're unable to handle the quick pressure. So Lisbon doesn't set it up themselves. They just have their front girl, Taylor Gilbert, just hit it right back over there and couldn't handle it.
Yeah, Wetch was probably a step or two inside on that hit. She took a big swing, and now we're going to get this service error here, and that will put the ball back on the side of Maple River.
Well, the momentum stops before it's even allowed to build. As it'll be Larund serving for Maple River. Mishandled. DePlazes can't quite get a hold of it, and that'll just skirt off of her out of bounds.
Yeah, if you ask Kiana Learwood if she drew up that play, she might tell you she did, but I don't think that was her best serve, but it really worked out in the favor of Maple River, and they'll take those points.
Similar looking serve is handled better this time. And sent over and unable to be handled. A bit of a scramble, but the Raiders can't get to it.
Yeah, and Ewine got under that one. I think it just kind of rolled off more so of her wrist than she wanted it to, and it went the wrong way.
Kyra Herschel back to serve. Well-placed ball, but it goes off the ceiling. And that will play against the Raiders, unable to do something off the ceiling.
Yeah, there's certain rules of how the ceiling gets played here at this gym. And it's hard to always, even when it's your home court, to try to guess the caroms that are going to come off the ceiling. That was a situation for Maple River.
Good front there as Lisbon blocks it and sends it back over. Volley still going. And they will get it returned right back to them. Addison Hanning, the freshman, the tall freshman in the center, able to send it back with authority.
Yeah, and you've heard her name a lot here on this broadcast so far. She has just been positioned very well for this Maple River team. One of the younger players on this team that trying to get a whole lot older here this season. Molly Bosch, a senior, serving right now, who's played a lot of games, a lot of sets for this Maple River team.
But it'll be the young, I think that was Olivia Anderson, number 9, the junior, working opposite of Hanning. it's able to knock that one down. Well-placed ball, unable to do anything about it as the Raiders, as Lisbon gets the point. Substitution as Lyons comes in for Gilbert. The setter, a better server than the hitter. Good setups, both liberos able to handle the initial hits and set them up pretty well. It's a good looking rally or volley. And eventually the Raiders will make the mistake, unable to get enough elevation to send that one over the net.
Yeah, you know that ribbon of the net, that top part is either your best friend or your enemy. In that situation for Maple River, that was their enemy as it just did not allow them to clear the top of the net.
And that will go through the front defense. We've seen that happen a couple of times. For Lisbon, the ball just slips through their front defense.
Now they're going to rotate Ketterer, and she's going to be the one back to serve for Maple River. They have not led in this set, and they lead 1-0 right now, so they're really trying to give themselves a nice lead tonight.
And that'll help. As the Lisbon front can't get it over the net. Ketterer looking for a similar serve to that last one. Had Lisbon on their heels a little bit. Looks to be some sort of scarf or something thrown off the court.
Yeah, there was a wet spot they wanted to get right there under the net.
Good handling by the Raiders as they set it up well. This will get sent right over our heads here.
Yeah, that one came our way fast and went back in the crowd, but just a strong hit put down by Maple River. They've tied things up on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. They have really come out strong here right now, rallying back.
Ketterer looking to continue the run. He could not quite get far enough down on the dig, was the server Ketterer. In a good spot to handle it, but couldn't quite handle it.
Now you're back up to Let's-Go, a senior out here to serve for Lisbon. And she just puts that one long.
Just a little too far, as they'll take the senior out. And Kaya Sweet, the sophomore libero, subbed back in. Ooh, little miscommunication, almost double hit that one. But handling it well now, both the Raiders and the Broncos. And that one's hit strong. It's given up by, but that will be inbounds. Katie Zahn.
And now the Raiders getting in front here. I believe this is for the first time in the second set. 26-24, they took the first set, which was, well, really just a close back and forth one, and this one's looking a whole lot like the same.
And the Raiders will continue their streak. They scored a handful of points there with good placement, but their strength, their height, and their front wall able to take care of things there. Good looking serve, not handled especially well, but able to be rallied and sent back over. Be a good looking play for the Raiders. Can't take advantage of it though. Sent on the second one, and it surprised them too much. I believe that was Molly Bosch that sent it over on the second instead of setting it up, and they'll take a timeout here as the Raiders have opened up a 3-point lead after being down early against Lisbon. We'll take a break. Thanks for joining us for your live event. We'll be right back.
The its own unique set of challenges. That's why we treat your business just like ours, to make sure you are covered right. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and our agents have seen it all, and one slip-up can take a small business years to recover from. That's why it's so important for a small business to work with an insurance company that can save them money but also make sure they are protected. If you own a small business, we would like to work for you. Go to IrieInsurance.com to find a local agent near you.
Welcome back. So we're halfway through the second set. Raiders leave 12-9, as you can see on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. Raiders took the first set, and we're down early in this one, but have come storming back. Scored about 4 points here very quickly, as it'll be Addison Hanig that will serve it. And the serve's a good one, not handled very well, but well enough to put it back over. And that'll set up a spike, but Kylie Phelps unable to spike it cleanly, as that will be Lisbon's point.
Yeah, game of runs. The momentum right now shifting on the side of Maple River. Lisbon trying to send that back the other way with DePlazis at the service line.
Good looking serve from DePlazis. But the Raiders send it over, and a well-placed ball couldn't be handled at eye level.
Yeah, Sweet got hands on that one, but it was just came down fast and low, and I think she looked back over to the player behind her, just kind of said maybe that was probably not the angle I needed to take on that ball. So Lisbon able to communicate that mistake right now. They just got to play strong on defense to get this side out.
That time, the offense can't quite come up against a strong Raiders defense. Good looking serve right into the middle there. Sent it across. Lisbon with a lot of lateral movement on their sets. See if they go a third time to the right side. They do. Still not enough. The libero set up back there. Sent over freely because the wall touched it at the front. That one might have been out, but it's okay. Ooh, little mishitting there in the front, as Lisbon can't corral it. An excellent looking volley there.
Yeah, and Lisbon was really able to respond defensively. Maple River's going to keep Wetch on the service line, but just, again, one of those situations where the bounce doesn't go the way of the team.
And it's hard when you are able to keep up like that for a minute and a half or so in a good-looking set and not get the point as a ball out of bounds gives the Raiders another point. Now 16-10, opening up a big lead. But that'll flip it to Lisbon's serve.
Yeah, and 6 points, I think the largest separation we've seen between either of these teams right now. And now Lisbon, you can tell they were forcing a few things right now. That unforced error is probably really going to be a big break for them.
All good runs must come to an end. It's a little miscommunication. Raiders unsure whose ball that's going to be, and they let it fall. Good looking serve. And that's going to hit the pole that time. So we've seen the balls hitting all over the different parts of the net so far today.
Yeah, you know, it's amazing the way this game gets played is that it was 16-10 in favor of Maple River. It looked like Maple River's going to start running away with it, and now Lisbon right now is pulled within 3.
Handled twice off the ceiling there. Not looking to give up any more of the lead that they've occurred. But there's nothing that they can do about that. Kyra Herschel with the slam in the center can't be controlled, flies out of bounds, and just like that, a 2-point lead for the Raiders. Lisbon storming back in this one.
Yeah, and that one was just hammered right now. All of a sudden, it's a 2-point match. We're going to get an extra second here as they do some maintenance on the court. But Again, it looked like we were going to see Maple River run away with set 2 after taking the first one, 26-24. Now all of a sudden, we're going to have this neck-and-neck competition. Momentum heavily right now on the side of Lisbon, trying to get their first win of the year.
That could go either way right now. Sweet will serve it.
Yeah, they're going to call the lift. I think the serve rolled off the shoulder, and then kind of the carry came there at the end. So now all of a sudden, again, Lisbon in the driver's seat.
And that will be out. Nothing breaking right for the Raiders right now. Everything breaking right for Lisbon. 6-point run as it's now tied.
Yeah, 16-16 on our Keith Irie Pioneer Seeds scoreboard. It's 6 straight points right now scored for Lisbon.
Sweet will set it to Gilbert. Oh, switches directions that time to the right. Not surprising enough for the Raiders, though. As that will just be a miss hit, trying to place it a little too feathery, and that'll be out of bounds, Lisbon's ball.
Yeah, and you're Maple River right now. You really, really, really want to get a stop right here. I'm surprised they're not trying to get some sort of sway of the momentum right now by making such a change in their lineup.
Well, and after that, we might see a timeout. Not quite. A little miscommunication there allows Lisbon to open a 2-point lead. A lot of moving around, and that'll be placed perfectly in the center by Kylie Phelps. So the ball moving everybody out, spreading them around, opens a little campfire in the center there.
Yeah, and that was an 8-point run coming for Lisbon, and with all of that, and Maple River really only down by 1 right now, so still a chance for them to come back.
It speaks to how much Maple River opened a run before the Lisbon run, but they are now trailing by only 1 after ending an 8-point run. Free ball sent over, not even sent over, sent out of bounds, as we'll tie it up. Well, 18-18 on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. And that spike, too much to handle.
Yeah, she just kind of jammed her up front, and the defense was already committed to making that play. It was very hard for them to adjust to that one.
It didn't get by the brick wall in front, but it went through it in that case. The libero will serve it too far, Kaya Sweet.
And now you're kind of inching closer to both teams getting into the 20s. Kiana Leerud back up here to serve for Maple River.
Good looking serve. Had to go to her knees to get it. But in the end, Lisbon does enough to handle it. And they're the first to 20 in this second set.
Yeah, well, Let's Go just stayed there up front, put down a good block.
Kyra Herschel with a great looking serve.
I believe that's going to go to Maple River, and that was one of those ones close to the line. You can see the face of the Maple River players. You can see the face of the Lisbon players. And now, they're going to reverse that one.
Well, they changed their mind. And suddenly it's 21-19.
Yeah, Lisbon's in the driver's seat right now, dropping the first set 26-24.
In the driver's seat, but not in the clear. A point here would be big as we close on the end, but they send it very, very far out of bounds. And just like that, there's an opening for the Raiders to come back here.
Yeah, when you start getting into the 20s, I mean, it's really pressure time for both teams. You know that every point means that much more right now. And especially, the next 5 points are probably more crucial right now to Lisbon than they are to Maple River. Maple River gets the next 5 points, and they have a 2-0 lead.
Hard to come back from 2-0. Maple River flying all over, able to keep it in the air. Another great looking dig. But they can't get it from the front line over. Addison Hanig. Great looking digs all around, but not enough.
Yeah, the defense on both sides has been responding well. It's just really a matter of kind of limiting those unforced errors.
Well, we'll take a quick break here and be right back for the end of set 2. You're watching your live event, and you're watching high school North Dakota volleyball.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon high school athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon high school athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
We'll get to the final handful of serves here in the second set. Lisbon leads 22-20 here in the second set. Dropped the first set. That set went to 26-24. It's been a close game of volleyball as Lisbon will get that off of a good-looking serve, unable to be handled. Just like that, they've got a 3-point lead, only 2 to go to secure the second set.
Yeah, they were down on this run right now. They were down 16-10, and they've outscored them right now 13-10 on this run. I mean, momentum really in Lisbon's favor.
Handled well by the Rebels. And placed just perfectly. A good-looking dig by Herschel, but couldn't quite get it dug up enough. So now,
and I think that's one of those ones where it just falls quicker in front of you than you anticipate seeing it over the top of the net. She was in position. Again, it just kind of took an extra dip on her last second.
Sotolee Ketterer serving for the Raiders. She was the one serving when they went on that huge run that opened their big lead. But they can't get a run going here as it'll be match point for Lisbon, 24-21. Or set point, excuse me.
Yeah, we're looking at an opportunity to tie this thing at a set apiece.
And the Raiders will take a brief time out to talk it over before they go to what could be the final serve of this set. We'll take a break with them and be right back here on your live event.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
Quick timeout here as we see if Lisbon can take it home here in the second set. Got to send it over. Really stretching the Raiders thin as they just get it over. Sent deep, but able to be corralled. But they can't send it all the way over. Raiders were chomping at the bit there for a free-looking play, but the ball doesn't even get to them.
Yeah, and Lisbon just kind of had to move themselves around to try to extend that rally and slightly put themselves out of position. And here's Maple River's opportunity right now to capitalize.
And the service error will give the set to Lisbon. Not an excellent way you want to end your set, but just like that, we'll be tied 1-1, one set going to Maple River, one set going to Lisbon. So we'll take a break here before the start of set 3 and be back. We're all tied up on the board, 1-1. Who will take the third set? You're watching high school volleyball on your live event.
Maple Valley School District is engaging students in a world-class education, preparing them for lifelong success. Maple Valley serves the surrounding communities of Buffalo, Fingal, Oriska, and Tower City. They have a great student-to-teacher ratio at 16 students per class. Maple Valley ranks as one of the top 10 high schools in the Fargo-Moorhead area. For information, go online to maple-valley.k12.nd.us or call 701-749-2313.
Norman County Implement Harvest Season Specials 12-row 22-inch Amity topper with steel front and scalpers priced at $20 grand. 2013 Alloway folding topper 12-row 22-inch with steel front. Local trade, call for pricing. Talk with Chuck or Neil on some other deals getting done for other trades to come in. They also have a 2013 Versatile 500 Power Shift and a 2010 Versatile 435. Both local trades, good tractors, good horsepower. Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada, thanks you for your business.
Well, second set in the book. We'll recap that second set on the Ivory Insurance recap. So if the first set was a close match back and forth, that second one was really the tale of two runs, Joel.
Yeah, it was 16-10. It looked like Maple River was going to run away with that one, take a 2-0 lead, and then the resiliency of Lisbon to come back there. They outscored their opponent handedly to close things out. They scored 8 straight points. All of a sudden, it swayed the momentum of that match, and they took Maple River a little bit out of system, a little bit out of sorts right now, and that's what really led to that win in the set. So we're going to see 4 tonight, we know for sure, but just a great job by Lisbon to come back and take that second set. I don't know what it is. There's something about maybe this side of the court where you get the wins, but that was just a great play all around in that second set in our Ivory Insurance set recap. Of course, Ivory Insurance always our pregame sponsor, but a great sponsor of our coverage of sports throughout yourliveevent.com. But, Maple River trying to make it 2-0 to start the year. Lisbon trying to get their first win. And I would say if they had to pick one between Oaks and this, well, they want to beat their rival Oaks, but you always want to start region play with the win.
Yeah, the Raiders dropped their first set of the year in the second one here. Swept their first match in 3 sets. We're looking very much like they could potentially do that here when it was 16-10, but 15 points scored by Lisbon, answered only 6 by the Raiders, and now we've got a tie game here. And we'll be back to Maple River here on our close side, Lisbon on the far side. And Chloe Welch will start at the top of their serving rotation once again.
Yeah, Welch is just waiting there to serve. They got to check the rotation before they move in Kiana Leroux, the libero. But, they'll have to check the lineup on the other side as well. So, both teams have kind of shown all they've had through the set, each team taking one set. But we can really see a strong showing coming here in this third set.
This is the one that will make the biggest difference. Best of 5, so if you go up 2 sets to anything, you've got a good chance to win. Maple River certainly wishing they could have done that in that last set, gone up 2-0. But the past is the past. Lisbon turned things around after a timeout and a huge rally. So
Lisbon they lost the first set 26-24, but they were down 5-0 really, really early on, and to come back like they did was very impressive. So, again, Lisbon only taking the second set, but
so a bit of confusion, but we seem to have everything sorted out now.
Yeah, it was something with the rotation for Maple River, and you can see Coach Poole right now had to enter a player in to re-enter a player to kind of reset his rotation. So they were able to get that done, and now they're ready to go. But if you're Kiana Leroux, you're kind of, if you're rather Chloe Welch, and you're waiting to serve, and you're waiting to serve, and you're waiting to serve, I think it's kind of that mental game a little bit. Now she's finally ready to go, but it was all in the means of checking that rotation.
Well, she's been good serving so far today. At least one big run while she was back as the server. And here we go in the third set. And quickly, Kylie Phelps of the Raiders able to stand up on that front line.
Herschel Heckel rather just put it right there in front of that block. But two big blockers. They've been the strongest point of Maple River's play tonight.
Heckel able to serve that back to the libero, who can't send it over.
And I think Sweet kind of lost her footing when she went down to make that dig. And she cross-passed with DePlaza as her teammate, and that kind of affected the flow of that play.
Raiders have a chance to set something up there, and they do. Good-looking teamwork, and ultimately it'll be Kylie Phelps again sending it home.
Yeah, the Raiders, going back to their first match on Monday night against Barnes County North, Maple River's done a good job scoring early.
We've seen that so far here as the Lisbon over goes too far over, out of bounds on the right there.
And Phelps didn't put a whole lot behind that hit. She just put the hit in the right spot.
Sent over free as the libero sends it up. Set, and Spike is strong. They got to get it over, and they can't. As this will be a blazingly fast 5-0 run, and Lisbon will take a timeout to get things sorted together. So we'll be right back here in the third set. You're watching high school volleyball on your live event.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
So 5-0 Maple River over Lisbon here in the second set. So Maple River's ready. Lisbon's going to use all of their 1-minute timeout to get things together as the clock ticks down on them. Looking to go on one of those big mid-set runs that they've been able to do the last two sets. Wetch with an ace of a serve. Can't be handled at all as that's just booted out of bounds.
Yeah, this is kind of looking how set number one went, where Maple River ended up winning 26-24, but they came out to a really early lead, and Lisbon, well, they played catch-up last set as well, but, Maple River really come out with a vengeance here this set.
Feet are looking set from everybody. Good placement all around by the Raiders. Lisbon's been able to match it. That hit the front wall, so you gotta get that over, and that'll be, we'll say that will be another one out of bounds as it becomes a 7-0 run for the Raiders. Another great serve by Wetch. That's a couple aces here on this run.
Yeah, she has really served well, and maybe, they had that issue with the rotation that they had to kind of reset, and she was waiting to serve, and maybe that really worked out to her favor.
Had a lot of time to think about how she can place these serves perfectly. Great spike, handled well by the Raiders. And now they'll get an opportunity to set something up.
And they're going to call the lift on that as just being a little too close to the net, being a little aggressive. But, an 8-1 lead's a nice lead for Maple River. Let's see what Lisbon can do, getting a chance to be on the offensive.
Tied for the biggest run of the day so far. Lisbon also had that 8-0 run last set. Raiders are still in the zone, though, as that'll get set by Kylie Phelps. Doing a lot of damage there, sending them deep.
Yeah, and the Raiders learned after being up 16-10 last set and ended up on the losing side of that one, that you can't let teams get long rally so far. They stopped that rally pretty quick, and now Maple River's back on the offensive.
So mishandled a little by the server, Katie Zahn, as it bounces off the ceiling and the Raiders can't quite put one together.
And now you got Heckrell back here to serve, and there was a young fan kind of walking through the sidelines in a small gym that kind of throws off your rhythm as well if you're a player.
Heckrell with a good-looking serve. It's just barely able to be scraped over the net. And that will go to the Raiders. First to 10 here, 10-2 on the Keith Irie Pioneer seed board. It'll be the libero LaRude back to serve. As Lisbon somehow gets that over the net. Pressure on them again as they get it back over. No lift that time, similar looking play. Front near the net. Both teams matching each other well, but ultimately Lisbon will get the point.
And Lisbon right now just trying to chip away at this deficit, trying to chip away at it. They knew with the comeback they had last set that, you know, if they just stay vigilant, they're going to be able to come back.
It's not out of the question the way that we've seen some big swings here, but they're going to have to be disciplined. And disciplined they are there. They get the front attack, knocking one down. That'll go under the net. Couldn't quite be saved. Raiders get the serve back. Molly Bosch coming in on the substitution to serve. And that'll be too strong. Had to get that ball over, couldn't quite set it up, but set it just far too strong. Raiders point.
Again, Maple River really trying to avenge that loss that they had in the second set.
That'll be perfectly split for Lisbon, right through two Raiders. Neither one able to get it. Good ball placement. Let's go back. Good looking serve. Raiders able to get it over. Good communication by the Raiders keeps them in it. Ooh, but that'll fall right between the libero and number 11, Brooklyn Olsen. So Waldsko serves it again. That's mishandled on that sideline by Lyons. Just sort of sent it flying backwards, not in control. So it'll be 13-6 on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. And we've got Jordan Ewine wearing number 15, not number 10, in to serve. Sent over, a bit of a free play. The Raiders set something up, but it's not enough. See if they can do something on this. They send it over on the second hit. And that will go deep out the back. Lions trying to make something happen, but hit it too hard.
Yeah, and I think the Raiders right now are really kind of dialed in. They're not trying to force too much. I mean, obviously they have a nice lead. They've limited the runs and the rallies, though, for Lisbon.
the front there, not able to corral it. Addison Hanning lets it fall in front of her, not able to get it over the net. DePlaza's back to serve, and that'll be an ace. Laid it in right there, about a foot from the corner. And that's got to feel good. Sends it in a similar location. Raiders able to handle it though, and not quite able to get it over the net. It's Olivia Anderson, a little short.
Yeah, Anderson was coming in to get in position to make the play and had to try to clear that net with her back to it, and was kind of hoping muscle memory might have helped her out there a little bit.
Strong spike over the net from the right side. Katie Zahn. That will go down as a point for the Raiders, now 15-9. Addison Hanning back to serve. She doesn't quite get the roll. Hits the top of the net. Bounces back to her side as she'll sub out for Kiana LaRude, the libero. Serve goes off the fan on the hit. That'll go out the back end there. Raiders unable to place it in the field of play. And it'll be the closest this set's been, 15-11, 4-point set.
Yeah, and it's really, again, Lisbon showing their resiliency right now. Down by 4, now down by 3. They've done a good job hanging with Maple River.
Maple River desperate to stop this run. And they'll call a timeout. So we'll be taking a break right with them. You're watching high school volleyball on your live event. We'll be right back right after this.
School, I'm right into the workforce. I don't have to go looking for a job, and that's kind of what made me take the step forward into being a diesel tech at NDSCS. No looking back. My name is Eli, and I'm here for my future.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a 4-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
And we're back as both teams taking the full minute here of the timeout to talk things over. This is a bit of an intense one. 8-0 run to start the set from the Raiders. They've now let it slip to 15-12.
Yeah, and you know, it's one set apiece. The first one went to the Raiders, but Lisbon really had a big comeback in that one as well. So Maple River, even though it's 1-1, they fully understand what Lisbon's capable of.
I'd like to put this set in the books and halt any potential momentum from Lisbon. As Lisbon bangs it down, but it won't be enough to break that front wall.
Yeah, again, I think that may have come back on the ribbon. I'm not sure from the angle we're sitting at here right now, but it's just a situation where the front row play has been very strong for Maple River.
So Chloe Wetch with another great serve. She was in for that 8-0 run to start this set, as well as the run to start the first set. Sends it all the way across is number 6, Clarissa Hoffer, unable to keep it in bounds. And Wetch will be back again to serve, looking to make another big run for the Raiders. And that'll continue. A little miscommunication. The libero gets blocked up by Taylor Gilbert, who's unable to do anything with that great serve. And that one knuckles on the libero, unable to handle it very well. And they can't get the ball back over the net as the Broncos are letting Chloe Wetch have another bit of a run here, and they'll take a timeout trying to interrupt the rhythm of the server. We'll take a break too. You're watching high school volleyball on your live event.
Olson Accounting offers services for individuals including financial and retirement planning, taxes, estate planning, and elder care. For business, Olson Accounting can help you with a variety of services including payroll, audit, strategic planning, and taxes. Learn more about these services and more to help you in your business or farm operation by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
Pioneer, tailored for your farm, delivering success. With decades of research, Pioneer has the genetics, tools, and local testing capabilities to deliver the most diverse and consistent seed for your farm needs. Work with Keith Irie, Matt Powell, and Chelsea Beaton in Hope, your local Pioneer team, to evaluate your needs and select the best varieties with the right herbicide-tolerant trait for your farm. With the science behind Pioneer products and the local service, you get success from your crop yields. Good luck to the Finley Sharon Hope Page team from your local Pioneer seed representatives, Keith Irie.
Well, Lisbon gets a point and takes an end to the run for Maple Valley.
Yeah, and that's what Lisbon needs here right now. Sweet is back serving. They need a chance to kind of give themselves a run of their own right now as they get close to pressure time, and that service error is not going to help out their case right now, as now you have Maple River in the 20s right now, and Maple River a chance to go on a run here to close things out and take a 2-1 lead.
Two sets is close to the magical 3 that you need to win. Looking to build the momentum here.
And Ketterer serving here right now. Bump set comes to the near side and it's cleared by Lisbon. Again, good placement coming in the front row. Kylie Phelps read the defense, just kind of finesses it across the top of the net. Now 21-13 right now, and Maple River really getting strong.
So Ketterer will be back to serve it here. Looking to close it out here. Able to get the ball over the net. A great big spike. Able to be handled.
And that's a play right now, the way the Raiders defense responded. That could shift things. And another great defensive play. Wow.
That time a pancake. Nothing can stop the Raiders on this point, it looks like, as they place it there. They ran out of great plays, but an excellent volley for both the Raiders and for Lisbon to match them.
Yeah, and you know what, as well as Maple River was on that play defensively, and they're absolutely stellar on that rally. Credit Lisbon for kind of keeping their composure. You see your opponent on the other side of the net responding to everything you throw at them. It's really sometimes easy to lose focus or lose composure, thinking, what are we going to have to do next?
Great stop at the line, able to be rallied by Lisbon. And they can't stop that one at the line. The hammer is delivered by Kylie Phelps. She's been doing a lot of that in this third set. And they'll bring her out, replace her with Addison Hanning, the tall freshman. But Kylie Phelps, the senior, doing her part here in this third set. And they'll say that that one went on the outside of the pole. And so it'll be a point for the Raiders, 23-24 on the Keith Erie Pioneer Seed scoreboard.
And I think the way Lisbon's been playing tonight, Maple River is not taking anything for granted.
They get the lucky roll on the serve. And they'll take that one for granted, though, sending that one too far out the back.
Yeah, and again, the way Lisbon's been playing, Maple River knows now you gave them that point inside out. Things could really sway your way. You have Lions at the service line.
Just got to avoid a big run if you're the Raiders. That won't help. Hitting it into the net. 2 points to go to secure.
Brodohosky just timed that one just a little bit behind on that hit.
Better job from Bodorowski, able to send it into the back line. They'll just have to send it over. Another attack from the left. That attack will get sent too far out, as it'll be set point here in the third set. Great looking volley, but the attack just too strong by Lisbon.
Yeah, Molly Bosch, the senior, is the one that's going to come up here to serve. She's been strong at the service line tonight as well. But Chloe Wetch was the one who got things started. She opened up serving. They scored 8 straight points, and now they're a set point away from taking a 2-1 lead.
We'll send a free ball over. Is the Raiders able to set it up? Nothing comes of that, though. 2 people going for the same ball. Doesn't matter. And off the ceiling, that makes it difficult to play. And they'll let that one go, but it'll be in bounds.
Yeah, and that, again, one of those ones that, you know, you let it go, it goes your way. You feel like you really had a good lead. When it doesn't, it almost feels like those points hit double.
Well, you got room to play with if you're Maple River. They only need 1 more point here in this set. And they'll get it right there. So after 3 sets, the Raiders lead 2-1 over Lisbon. It's been a back and forth game. And we've seen some impressive play from both teams, but going into the 4th set, Maple River will lead 2-1 over Lisbon. We'll see what happens in that 4th set. We'll get a recap of the 3rd one right after this break. You're watching high school volleyball on your live event.
Of hope.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon. Wallach Johnson Insurance has a team of experienced professionals who are highly knowledgeable and ready to answer your questions about finding the best insurance coverage for you. As an independent insurance agency, they have access to many highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Get your free quote started today with Wallach Johnson Insurance at nd-insurer.com. Call or text 888-683-5253 or stop by one of their offices in Lisbon, Rutland, and Gwinner. Wallach Johnson Insurance, insuring the area since 1981.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customers satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
So we're back here in the 4th set in Tower City. Lisbon Broncos taking on the Maple River Raiders. So far through this one, we've seen a lot of big runs, 2 8-point runs, including one to start that 3rd set for Maple River. Lisbon unable to dig themselves out of a 8-point hole early on. And now it's do or die. Lisbon needs this set to keep it alive and send it to a 5th.
Yeah, and Maple River has a 2-1 lead, but you know, again, credit Lisbon's ability to, with the exception of that last set. Even then, they went on some good runs to start closing things in, but it's been Lisbon's resiliency that's put us in this situation that we're playing in 4 sets. And again, I don't think Maple River is going to take any of that for granted. Now they're checking the rotation from Maple River before they put Kiana Leroux, their libero, in, but we saw the start of our last set, Will, there was just kind of an issue with the rotation. They had to make a few extra moves at Maple River to get the players they wanted out there.
But both teams now seem to have who they want out there. It'll be the senior Ariel Lions back to start the 4th set for the Lisbon Broncos. Great looking serve, unable to be handled, but they do somehow handle it and get it back over. And some miscommunication from the Raiders drops the first point right in Lisbon's lap.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen Lisbon draw first points against their opponent.
A welcome change for Lisbon, I'm sure, is a service error on the second serve. Relinquishes their control. We won't see a big run from them like we've seen from Maple River to start sets. So it'll be Katie Zwan. Back to serve, and she sends it too strong.
Yeah, and Zahn, I think, just had a little bit of backspin on that one that caused that one to carry.
So Lisbon will have an opportunity again to start a bit of a run. Trying a couple different attacks, both with the hard stuff and the soft stuff. End up having just to send it over. That will be too strong here. After a lot of good volleying, a lot of early sends by Lisbon, not using the full three that much in that volley. Perhaps trying to disrupt the rhythm in future serves. See what they do here. Able to corral it. Now a little more traditional play.
Yeah, I think that one nicked the antenna. Yeah, it did.
Just barely got it, but that's enough.
Yeah, as long as there's movement on that antenna, you're not going to get the call in your favor.
So Lisbon slows it down here in that last serve, and it's not to their advantage. LaRudd will serve. And she gets the very, very friendly roll.
Yeah, and we've seen a couple serves like that coming from Leroux. That not what she wanted to put on that one, but the ribbon aids her, and it just threw off everyone in the front row for Lisbon.
Nobody close enough to get the ball off that ribbon there. Lisbon sends it right into the center there. And the Raiders will keep it in the center, use that to send it right to the corner.
Yeah, that one is right on the mark.
They take a 4-3 lead here, open their first lead of this set. And that'll get right between the two front women for the Raiders, and they hit that a couple too many times.
Yeah, that one just came down on them pretty fast.
And Plaza serves it into the net. And just like that, it'll be back to Maple River.
Yeah, Lisbon, again, losing in 3 sets to start their season against Oaks, one of their big rivals, a team not in Region 1, a team playing out in Region 3, but a District 5 team, but really coming in this one a little bit extra hungry for that win, especially it being the first region win.
Good ball movement. They're able to get it back over to the libero. And set it up. A little bit softer of a hit, but that'll do it for Lisbon.
And I think there was a violation that came up front that helped out the Broncos on that one to tie it up.
Perhaps the soft hit baited the front line there into a violation. It is a strong spike. We've seen that a lot today. from the middle. Lisbon takes the point.
And this is the first time we've really seen Lisbon from the get-go. You know, they won that second set after being down by 8, coming back to win. But this is the first time we really see them in control to begin out, to start out a set here tonight in Tower City.
In control with a slight lead. Playing fundamentally strong. A little miscommunication and mishitting there for Lisbon, though.
Yeah, I don't think Maple River was trying to do anything more than extend the rally on that play right there, and now it's going to bring in Jordan Ewine back to serve.
Well, sometimes that's all it takes. You don't have to be aggressive. You just have to be fundamentally strong, and the Raiders have been that for most of the day today. And that'll hit off of the front line and look to go.
We're trying to figure out who the point's going to go to. It's going to be Lisbon.
I'll give it to Lisbon. It looked like it was going to be called out of bounds, but it must have just hit that line just barely. And they'll talk this over, it looks like.
Well, they will reverse it.
Upon further review, it does appear that it fell out of bounds. A big shift in momentum as the lead literally shifts.
And this could be a situation right now where you could look back at this as being a key moment on what decides this set. And now we're having some discussions right now with Veronica Carter right now talking to the official about that decision as to why the points were overturned from Lisbon in favor of Maple River.
She gets an explanation, but she doesn't get her way as Coach Carter's team will have to receive. And they respond well, but not well enough. As that one served or spiked just too low going under the net.
And this is what kind of plagued Lisbon a little bit in that first set. And an unforced error is going to help out the Broncos here. But I think it was they were down, and they tried forcing a whole lot in that first set. And I think in that last rally before the service error was kind of the habit that Lisbon fell back into.
See if they can break it, but they themselves have a service error. So we see another back-to-back service error situation like we saw in the second. And that's served just too strong by Addison Hanning. So 3 straight service errors.
Yeah, teams just kind of swapping serves right there, and I think that's really, a lot of that's falling on the mental side of all this.
Be akin to a burning clock in a clock-based sport, just exchanging service errors like that. It's not what Lisbon needs right now, and they need to build a bit of a lead. Raiders are okay to do that. And that'll go off the hands of the front line and out of bounds. Lisbon will take the point. Send it over. Able to set it up is Lisbon. Almost able to deliver, but not quite. And they get another free ball.
And Plaza's a good job almost with the set. Caught the defense off guard, but a good response in the front row by Zahn.
And very quickly, Taylor Gilbert just comes up and knocks that into the unsuspecting front of the defense. And they can't do anything about that one. Great looking serve. Unable to set it up is the Raiders. So we see Lisbon going on a bit of a run here.
And Lisbon has the lead again. They scored first for the first time here in this fourth set, down 2-1. They know they need this one.
And they're playing like they know they need this one. Another great defensive stand by Lisbon as they expand the lead to 12-9. Handled well by Lisbon as they get a chance to set it up here. And they send it a little far a little strong. So the most dangerous weapon of this match so far, Chloe Wetch checks in to serve again for the Raiders. She's authored at least 2 big rallies, including an 8-0 run to start the last set. That'll go too strong. Right at me, I was unable to handle it.
Yeah, the ball comes at you kind of fast here, especially when you're not expecting it to come up into the stage area out here at Maple Valley.
A great, great serve, unable to be fully handled by the Raiders. I don't think you call that one an ace, but a dang near close. Finally, the Raiders will knock one down with authority right in the middle between the front and back line for Lisbon. So Gabby Ketterer will take over from the service line. 2 Broncos go for that one. They don't quite have the numbers to set up a spike. But they got better numbers this time. And they can't handle it. Aisha Sweet will send that one over, and it can't be cleanly handled. Hits off the pole.
Yeah, I think it caught some fingertips, and then it caught the pole, and at that point, you know, there's just not any more room for you to try to work.
What looked like it could have been an ace just sailed just barely out the back end there.
I think, yeah, they will get that. For a second, I thought they were going to call for a reserve on that.
I'm sure that the Lisbon Broncos would like a reserve because that was almost close to perfection. Nothing you could do but let that one go as they did. The Raiders get the point. Libero has to just send the free ball over. But Lisbon's front line will hold. And nothing that Addison Hanning, the freshman, could do about that one. The set sent over the net. Opens it up to a big hit, but out of bounds. Lisbon, just like that, Lisbon is leading 17-12, as you can see on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard.
Yeah, and Lisbon is really taking their largest lead that we've seen them take here tonight. They're really kind of in control here in this 4th set, and they've done a nice job. They have Maple Rivers on their heel. Maple Rivers really needs to find a way to respond, and I think that's what they were looking for.
Well, we said earlier how one was very close to the line. That one was as close to the line as possible, looking like it just hit on the inside there. A perfectly placed ball will bring Molly Bosch to the service line for Lisbon. That'll get dug just right down in front of the front line. Kyra Herschel, she's hit several of them very strong. That one just light and deep in there is an ace. That's a true ace. No movement even from Lisbon, as they'll take a timeout after that one. It's quickly 17-15. Lisbon over Maple River here in the 4th set. You're watching high school volleyball on Your Live Event.
If you're in need of Minnesota and or North Dakota high school athletics coverage, head to yourliveevent.com so you don't miss out on moments like these.
Straight up the middle, bounces, he's open, he's down the field, touchdown, Nuggets!
Go to our YouTube page at Your Live Event, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Intercepted!
Follow us on Twitter at Your Live Event 1 and on Facebook at Your Live Event.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, There's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
So the serve out of the timeout goes out of bounds for Maple River, and Lisbon will get the ball back. Senior Aisha Sweet back to serve. Raiders just have to send that one over. As that is spiked so strong it almost hits the back wall before it hits the floor. That'll be out of bounds.
Yeah, Lisbon trying to end this trip to the service line for Maple River, trying to kind of get that one and done going right now.
Jordan Ewine serving. And Lisbon's able to handle it. They set it up perfectly. Raiders can't control what they're given on the return. So the libero, Kaya Sweet. Excellent dig for the libero after the serve. A well done rally. Everybody working their best there, but it goes Lisbon's way in the end. That front line holds for them. And the Raiders will take a timeout. They trail by 4 here as we come to the closing part of this set. We'll take a break too. We'll be right back on your live event.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow. We now have 9 locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, and Harvey. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back. We're deep into the 4th set here. Maple River leads 2-1 in sets, but Lisbon leads here in the 4th set, 20-16. Lisbon's libero, Kaya Sweet. The sophomore, 5'4", will be the one to serve. It might have been out of bounds if they let it go, but they don't. And that will be out of bounds.
Yeah, just a great read by the Lisbon back row. I mean, that one was inches away from being a point in the side out for Maple River, and they did a good job holding up. Those are tough ones, and the call goes in favor of the Broncos.
Yeah, I think maybe it should have gone the other way. I think the Broncos coach felt the same way. She was laughing after that point like they got away with one. But add another one on, and just like that, Lisbon's got 22 points. They send that one out the back end, though. But the Raiders have a little work to do, down 5 here late in the 4th set. Addison Hanning, the freshman, will be sent back to serve. A little hesitation, but they're able to cover it. That's set perfectly for Lisbon to set it up. A pancake. Both teams doing everything they can to stay in this one as that lands perfectly right in the back corner. Raiders get the point.
Yeah, it went a little bit out of our shot quickly there, but I mean, from what you can see of the defense, that they were frozen up on the placement of that ball.
Katie's on with an excellent placed ball. Well, that one doesn't get over the net, but they do get it on the final hit.
Yeah, Heckrell does a good job sticking with it after it rolls off that ribbon.
Sent kind of strong. They'll play it. That just goes barely over the ribbon. Raiders able to set one up here. Nail-biting set as that one sent out the back. And it'll be 23-18. We'll get another timeout here. Raiders not wanting to let this one go without talking it over a little bit. We'll be right back. You're watching high school volleyball on your live event.
Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
So we're back. Lisbon in search of 2 final points to push this to a 5th set. And they'll call a violation, a lift on the return there. Katie's on. Just like that, it's set point. Great serve from the middle of the court by the senior suite. Ooh, and that's sent just a little far outside by Taylor Gilbert. A good job trying to cross the court, but she crossed it a little too far.
So if you're Maple River right now, you got Chloe Wetch, your best server coming up, who's been one of your best servers tonight. You don't want to force that 5th set. You're playing the short set to 15. They're going to have to be perfect here to get the next 5 points.
Well, Chloe Wetch has done it before today. She's going to need some teamwork, though. It can't be straight aces. I mean, it could, but it'd be difficult. And she's getting a lot of really good teamwork here, putting herself in the middle of the action, setting it. That will be too much. Great looking volley. Both teams playing sound fundamental volleyball, but in the end, Lisbon will take it, and that will push us to a 5th set as we are tied 2-2 after 4. We'll be right back with the going the distance set, as they call it, the 5th set, right after this break. You're watching high school volleyball on your live event.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
For over 100 years, Findlay Farmers Grain and Elevator, a full-service cooperative, has been growing and adapting with the ever-changing agriculture industry. These strong roots in eastern North Dakota include a dedicated staff of 42 full-time employees. Findlay Farmers Grain and Elevator offers a variety of services, including agronomy, sales and service, custom application, grain drying and handling, bulk fuel and oil, tire repair, and light mechanic work. Findlay Farmers Grain and Elevator is a buyer of corn, soybeans, wheat, and sunflowers. Learn more by visiting FindlayFarmersElevator.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country. Experts in every field.
Well, we are in the fifth and final set here in Tower City as the Lisbon Broncos have pushed it that far against the Maple River Raiders. First time either team on this young season has gone the distance to the fifth set. Lisbon finding the recipe to success that last set, didn't allow a big run to start it, and played sound and fundamental.
Yeah, they scored first for the first time tonight, and they were really able to hold on to the rally that they were looking for to get the win.
And they'll need to do that again here. No time to waste. As in the fifth set, you only go to 15 points. Can't be giving up the early lead. It will be the Raiders' serve to start.
And it really, I mean, it changes how you play the game. You get into 10 points, and all of a sudden you're going to start using timeouts. I mean, there is a lot of differences that come in this situation.
Chloe Wetch will start for the Raiders again this set, like she did 2 sets ago. A lot of intensity from both teams here. An excellent push right over the net by Kaylee Phelps. Nothing Lisbon can do about that with the misdirection and the push.
Again, that first point all of a sudden stands out just a little bit more.
And a good serve by Wetch on the second point. Unable to recenter it was Lisbon. Quickly they're down 2-0. Chloe Wetch will send that one over as it'll go too far. So that'll be the shortest run to start a set for Chloe Wetch. She only gets 2 points. The Raiders needed a bigger performance out of her, but Lisbon will look to take advantage of the opportunity here.
Again, when you're only playing to 15 points, everything just kind of feels magnified that much more.
Little lackadaisical by Lisbon, hit it right into the swarming front line for the Raiders. Can't get it past them. As we see that front line for the Raiders is very ready to go, but they don't need it as Lisbon can't get the ball over the net.
And that was kind of the Achilles that kind of got Lisbon in that second set, as we're going to see a timeout. It was a situation where they were trying to force too much. They were down. They were trying to make too much happen, and they were just unable to. And we're kind of seeing that right now. Lisbon's down 4-1. You know, if you look at it in perspective, you surrender 11 more points. You guys lose the match tonight. You lose the set. So I think they're kind of locked up like they were in that second set, where they're a little bit of deer in the headlights. Or I wouldn't even say that. It's a little bit more of just trying to make something out of nothing instead of kind of letting the play develop naturally.
And they don't have a lot of time to force the issue. They got to let it develop here quickly in this fifth set. Talked about them taking timeouts if you get to 10 points or so. They're not going to wait that long. With 4 points on the board, they're going to try to right the ship. A quick timeout, and they're very quickly back out there ready to go.
Yeah, you've had 2 good come-from-behind efforts. And now you just don't have the luxury of that playing in a short set.
Kitty's on, sends it right into the middle. Lyons receives it. They'll send a free ball from the back line. Dangerous. And they'll show you exactly why it's dangerous. Your defense can't get reset. And quickly they spike it over for the point. Acrobatic play by the senior suite to get that one over. And we'll set it up for her. She'll just set it over the net. Blocked by Lisbon, but blocked out of bounds. The crowd is roaring here for the home Raiders.
Yeah, Lisbon right now down 6-1. Again, now you're 9 points away surrendering the next 9 points from losing the match side after playing, really 4 strong sets. Even though they split those, they played strong. Both teams really playing strong tonight.
It's been a well-matched match, I suppose, for both teams. And the libero can't quite dig it out. It'll fall right in front of the sophomore Kaya Sweet. Just like that, the Raiders keep slowly tacking on points. Handled well off the strong hit. Lisbon gets another opportunity, but that'll be pushed back over on the first bump. And blocked. Blocked again. Kylie Phelps has been all over that in the front line all throughout the day.
It really feels like Lisbon right now, or excuse me, Maple River is really dialed in on this 5th set.
Over halfway to securing the set and the match in this 5th set. And that they will say that some Lisbon fingers got on it as it went out of bounds, and they'll take another timeout. Well, the last timeout didn't seem to do it. 4-1 in the timeout. Now it's 9-1. We'll take a quick break here and be right back. You're watching the 5th set of high school volleyball on your live event.
Abuse can affect anyone, and each person's experience is different. Abuse is about power and control, and it is not always black and blue. A loving relationship should not be threatening, accusing, isolating, or include violence of any kind. The Abuse Resource Network provides services to start living the life you deserve. For more information, visit abuseresourcenetwork.org.
So Lisbon will break their timeout huddle and come back looking for something, anything. Any kind of break for them is what they need. Down 9-1 here in this 5th and final set. A good serve right to the libero receiving. Great rally by Lisbon, putting a lot of pressure on the Raiders there. And even more pressure, and they'll say that the Raiders just got a finger on that before it fell out of bounds. I believe that was Brooklyn Olsen just getting some fingers on it, and that's maybe the break that they need. That certainly isn't the break that they need. Service error for Lisbon makes it 10-2, and that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, you feel that momentum's coming your way again. As much as that short set you fall behind can put you in trouble, you can rally back easily in that short set. Well, not easy, but a good chance to rally back quickly in a short set like this.
Attacking from the left. And that'll go out of bounds. Attacking from the right are the Raiders. Can't quite keep it straight. And now the senior suite will serve for Lisbon. And she serves it too strong. 11-3. As we're closing in on that 15-point target. Lisbon can only surrender 4 more points. They've only scored 3 themselves in this set. And they'll send that one over. Set up pretty well by the Raiders, but they push it out of bounds. It's the freshman, Addison Hanning. A great dig by the libero. And her mirror on the other side, the sophomore suite, unable to do an equally as impressive dig. Looked to be set up well, but couldn't quite get to it. So the Raiders need 3 points now. They're slowly chipping away, putting it in the end. As that one will almost go in the basket. They almost scored a three-pointer there.
Yeah, I think that one came off a foot and just almost found its way in the net. We saw that on Monday night during the sub-varsity matchup. It happened, and obviously they just call a reserve on that. Well, that one would have been out, but when it's in play, they call the reserve.
And the reserve does the Raiders well, as it is now set and match point. Lisbon looking deflated as it goes off the ceiling. And they'll say that one is inbounds, and that'll do it here. Maple River wins in 5 sets, a nail-biter until the end. Well, we'll have a post-game wrap-up here as Maple River wins in 5 sets over Lisbon. We'll break it all down right after this break. Thanks for watching us on your live event. We'll be right back after this break.
Every business has its special needs and its own unique set of challenges. That's why we treat your business just like ours, to make sure you are covered right. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and our agents have seen it all, and one slip-up can take a small business years to recover from. That's why it's so important for a small business to work with an insurance company that can save them money but also make sure they are protected. If you own a small business, we would like to work for you. Go to IrieInsurance.com to find a local agent near you.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
Well, it was a barn burner to say the least. This one went the distance, went 5 sets. Maple River took it in a lopsided 5th set, but that wasn't the story of the game. Most of those sets were a lot closer than this 15-4 final one.
Yeah, the first set went to Maple River 26-24. Lisbon was down. All of a sudden managed to come back. Lisbon took the second set. They were down 16-10, scored 8 straight points. All of a sudden they come with a win there. The third set, Lisbon had some moments where they rallied, but the third set wasn't Lisbon's strongest. The final set, Lisbon took an early lead, played, I think, their most complete set. Maple River was trying to find ways to respond, couldn't, and then the 5th set, Maple River kind of out for a vengeance to close things out.
Yeah, Lisbon getting into just too deep of a hole in that final set after doing a good job of forcing a final set. A lot that can be taken away as positives for this game for both teams, but even for Lisbon coming up on the short end of the stick here.
Yeah, I think Maple River's play in the front row was really impressive. They had some strong serving to start out some sets, but Lisbon, they did a good job collecting themselves at moments throughout the night. They showed resiliency again with their comeback attempts, but also there was instances where they were kind of just throwing everything they could at Maple River, and Maple River responded on defense, and that could take a team out of it, and they were able to really keep their head in it.
Well, we'll see in the future if Lisbon won't get into quite as deep a holes, and we'll see if Maple River continues to be as dominant in the head game to close things out. A little bit of room for improvement for both teams in those service errors department. We saw quite a few of them.
Yeah, there was a stretch there. I don't remember what set it was where teams just kind of swapped service errors. Again, that's something we're looking early in the season. I know Maple River got a chance to go out and play out in Northern Cass, and you play some of those 3-set matches to just kind of get you incorporated into the year. Lisbon, of course, playing against Oak, suffering a loss against their rival. But, we're 3 matches really into the start of this year. A lot of room to improve on that.
And I'm a bit of a stickler about it, too, coming from the University of Minnesota. I always like to critique the little things that can be improved and make the game look even better for the audience and feel better playing as the players. Well, we thank you for joining us here for some high school volleyball between Lisbon and Maple River. Once again, Maple River takes the match, 3-2 over Lisbon, going the distance, 5 total sets. My name is Will Thompson. With me is Joel Morgan, and we want to thank you again for joining us here on your live event. We got plenty of events for you to check out all throughout this high school season. Football, volleyball, basketball, everything that your heart could desire on yourliveevent.com. Once again,